Hi, everybody. DJ Sixsmith here, hanging out with Adam Zucker. He is the CBS Sports college basketball host. How are you?
Good, man. Getting ready for an awesome month. You know, you dive in, you love it, and when you pop out, it's warmer. It's spring. There's flowers coming out of my yard when I get back from Minneapolis.
Now, you're already putting in the late hours. We were just talking before. It's conference championship week, so, I mean, Hofstra potentially has an opportunity to get to the tournament. What's the best part of conference championship week for you?
Seeing these one-bid leagues, especially where it's like the NCAA tournament because the season's over if you lose. So Justin Wright-Foreman going for 42 in an overtime win was great. Northeastern battling Charleston in that second game was also awesome. So we have bids going out on CBS Sports Network Tuesday night with the Colonial, Wednesday night with the Patriot League. My wife went to Colgate. Colgate's hosting Bucknell. So I always actually tell our researchers and producers who don't know prior, this week is the hardest week. And you have so many brackets to get through, so many scenarios, bid stealers, teams that would win their conferences where there's already an at-large team in the conference. And so there's so much more to process, and the nights get super late when you talk about the Pac-12, West Coast Conference, Mountain West. So this is a crazy week. And then once the tournament starts, you take a deep breath, and all of a sudden there's 16 teams left,
So let's talk about the studio. You guys got a great setup there. Just take the audience through what it's like to get there for preparation and just hanging out the whole night and have enough energy at the end of the night to keep it going.
That's a very coffee-based situation. My
How
wife.
many cups are we talking here?
In my whole day,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to report that apparently 5 cups or more is good for at least men's health.
There you go.
Prostate health. So I'm honoring that recommendation very well. I usually try to just have 1 cup in the morning before going to the gym. Believe it or not, I do go to the gym.
It's a part of the process.
Believe it or not. And then, so I'll usually be told to be in around 5 or 6 p.m. And living in New Jersey, trying to get to New York, for 5 or 6 p.m., you can't just leave like it's, a weekend afternoon. You have to allow like 2 hours. So I usually leave my house. I try to see my kids at like from 3 to 3:15. Just daddy's alive. He's all right. He didn't, he's here. Go to work. And then we usually have a pregame show and then a triple header. So games tipping off at 7, 9, and 11, which often becomes 9, 10, and 11, 10 by the time we tip off, often a Nevada game, that kind of game, Mountain West game. And so we work till 1:30, quarter to 2 in the morning, and I need to be able to drive home.
Right.
So those are long days.
Yeah, no question about it. So when you think about March Madness, what are your favorite things about the big dance?
Well, everything that everyone loves about it, the upsets, the names that suddenly everybody knows, whether it's, Omar Samhan, from a few years back, Wally Zerbiak, a guy I work with now. So the names that come about, and, Farouk Manesh from a few years ago. I'm just having names pop back into my head. So the upsets and the matchups that you end up with as you learn more of the storylines throughout the sport. And then now I get to do the updates on all 4 channels. So, people will remember where they were when UMBC beat Virginia. I will remember exactly where I was because I was sitting in that chair, and every commercial break of every other game that was going on, I was telling them, hey, UMBC has a lead. UMBC's got a bigger lead now. This might happen. This is happening. It's happened. And it was just an epic, crazy day. And then, everyone went to a school. Some people are lucky enough that their schools are in this tournament. And so even though I went to Syracuse and I checked my bias at the door, when I'm not working and they're upsetting Virginia with a big comeback, or they're upsetting Michigan State like recently, it brings back the kid in you that wanted to do this for a living in the first place.
Awesome. Well, Adam, thanks so much.
All right. Cool, man.
Enjoy
Thanks,
it.
DJ.